I can tell you that Paris is good. It's very vibrant. There's a good vibe, atmosphere. The process, getting out, free immigration, so smooth. I've never had it so quick. Within 5 minutes, I was out, and I think they're very well prepared for the millions of visitors who will be coming here. And you can already see on the flight, on arrival, there's a buzz. Maybe not everybody's coming for the Olympics, but they make you feel that once you're here, it's all about the Olympics. And I hope this is how the tournament or the Olympics would continue. Very smooth processing, and everything looks very relaxed. You can't really see visible security, but I'm sure a lot of plainclothes officers are around just to make sure that nothing untoward happens. But so far, it's been excellent, Mutala.
Sure, you saw the games officially kickstart before you got to Paris. What has been your impression so far? How is Paris treating you?
Are you talking about my impressions about the game so far?
So far?
Yeah. I mean, I was just watching the South Sudan USA. That was highly anticipated because of the pre-Olympic game that they had where the Americans won by just 1 point. Everybody wanted to see if the Sudanese would raise their game again or the Americans would show up. And in the end, of course, the Americans showed up. A lot of talk about Zambia's results. They were leading New Zealand at a point, I think 4-1, and they capitulated and lost in the end. The controversy of Morocco's game against Argentina seems to have died down. LeBron James is obviously the biggest star of these Olympics. There's no Usain Bolt. There's no Michael Phelps. In previous Olympics, you have a lot of superstars. These Olympics are about the next generation. And of course, those who are also bowing out after their third or fourth Olympics. So it's going to be fascinating to see who will be the new stars out of these Olympics. For Ghana, Stacey, our old swimmer, couldn't, progress to the next round. Obviously, he finished 7th in his pool, the 100 meters freestyle. He will go again. And then, of course, the next female swimmer would be in action tomorrow. And then we have the athletes, Azamati and also pushing on Friday and the weekend. So for Ghana, it's about to begin. And we'll see how our very small and compact team will be able to make an impact here in Paris.
Now, we know that athletics and track and field would start today, and obviously their favorites, USA, Jamaica, would be up there. But there's Ghana in the mix, and you being someone that is closer to the GOC, you know these athletes very well. How well do you think Team Ghana would do when the athletics begin?
Utsala, that's the $1 million question. We don't know. Yes, they've got good times, and if you want to look at the record and the stats per their season, then you will look at Team Ghana in the top 10. But you see what happens in these Olympics. A team or teams, especially in the relay, can come through. They can have a good race. Some of the big boys can have a bad race. They can drop bats and they can be disqualified. So it's not necessarily about so much your form, but performing on that day. And Team Ghana, especially in the relay, the 4x1, are hoping that some teams that are tipped to get medals would drop off, would have a bad day, and they would also have a good day. And I think there's a slim chance. Let's not rule them out entirely. There's a slim chance of them going through and into the medal zone. It's going to be difficult. I mean, you said it, the Americans, the Jamaicans, the Canadians, the English, the French, the Germans are even strong. So it's going to be very, very tough. And even the South Africans. So let's see how it goes. But optimism, yes, definitely. They're hoping for the best and also hoping that they have a great start, a great run, while the opponents, their competitors, have a bad day. Those are the slim margins that could help Team Ghana, especially on the tracks.
Yeah, let's widen the conversation and do the entire Africa, not just Ghana. When it comes to athletics, usually the Kenyans and the Ethiopians, when it comes to the marathon, that is where they dominate. Again, they are in there. And do you think they could win us few medals, considering the athletes that these countries presented, especially Ethiopia and Kenya, as far as marathon is concerned?
You're absolutely right. They have a pedigree in these games. and they come with a lot of pride, a lot of expectation. The Kenyans feel, I won't say entitled, but they believe that this is what we've made our own over the decades. We've had legends, you know, in the long distances where they come in here and they are the team or they are the country to watch. The Ethiopians, similarly, I mean, gone are the days of Haile Gebrselassie and the rest, but, you know, the Kiproches of Kenya. But there are still these young, talented Kenyans who always show up at the Olympics. And this Olympics in Paris is one that a lot of new stars are expected to shine and expected to show up. As I said, the big names, yes, some are here, but they believe these are the games that we're going to see new superstars who will now lead the four to Los Angeles 2028. So Africa will be really heavily dependent as far as these long distances are concerned. And Kenya and, of course, Ethiopia will be the dominant forces.
What is your itinerary this morning? Are you going to visit Team Ghana? Are you going to go will you go to the Games Village, or you have other activities that you embark on?
So I'll be going to the Games Village later on, but I'm also here for the African Village. You know, France is very diverse, very cosmopolitan. There's a very strong African heritage history here, especially with the post-colonial era where, you know, if you look at the French national team, that should tell you something. But the Guineans, the Burkinabe, the Ivorians, the Malians are very strong. And there's also a very vibrant Ghanaian community here where I'll be spending some time to find out how they've integrated, what's going on. I believe in the entertainment sphere, the likes of Sarkodie, King Promise, Darko Bayed will be performing on those stages. So I'll definitely be bringing you updates on that, courtesy the African Village, and also courtesy Max by and Techno. And we're also hoping other partners will come on board the updates between now and the end of the games.
This is where I wish I took my French lesson serious, but I'll say merci beaucoup and au revoir to you. Bye bye until we meet again. I mean, I wasn't serious when Monsieur was teaching. And we wish you all the best, and we hope that you bring us a regular update from Paris.
Yeah, I've got a spare. I'll make a reservation for you anytime you're ready. And Boss Max says you can move. Just let me know, and then you drop. You don't have a problem. Yaw Ampofo.
By Monday, I should join you in Paris. Right.
Thank you very much, Mutala.
That is the head of sports for IMAX Media, Yaw Ampofo Ankrah. Me boss Ewa Hanomono, and Otiti Kakra Ewa bringing us updates from Paris. And this is where I call it a wrap.